You're listening to a Zaboys Media Podcast.
Welcome to Make It Make Sense, the show where we take bad ideas from movies, pop culture, literature, you name it. We've probably talked about it, or we're planning to talk about it. I am James Thorny Thornquist, aka Jim the Brainbox, and with me, as always, is my co-host.
I'm Positive C, Chris Edwards. Yeah. Morning Zoo style. Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Woo-wee, man. Well, it's been a little bit since we've done a Mims. I think we've been working on some other stuff for a little while.
Yeah, we've had some pitchets and some Zaboys to Men's in the meantime. Stay tuned for those. Stay tuned for all the pitchets. And stay tuned for probably Zaboys to Men coming to YouTube at some point in time.
Yeah. Say you can find that. You can find our content on YouTube or Spotify or Acast or anywhere you find podcasts. But you know what? We're not here to shamelessly plug our own stuff. Try to keep those first 3 minutes clean.
we'll do that in the middle of the episode. We'll plug our own stuff. Trust us.
Today we're here to make something make sense, and today we are talking about Horrible Bosses. The I didn't get the year on this movie, but Horrible Bosses. It was somewhere in the 2000s.
I'm gonna guess 2000. This seems like a 2011 movie. This seems like, because it's Charlie Day, so it's a good amount after Sonny was around, at least. Jason Sudeikis
and Jason Bateman, yeah.
And
you are correct. Yeah. It is a 2001 movie, and we've got
2011.
Yeah, or 2011. Sorry, I just said 2001.
2001, yeah, Space Odyssey. Oh wow, nailed it.
And yeah, like you said, we got our main cast for this movie. And this is a really packed cast. We got Jason Bateman, we got Jason Sudeikis, we got Charlie Day, we got Jennifer Aniston, we got Colin Farrell, Jamie Foxx, and Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, and wow, this is 2 Kevin Spacey appearances.
Yeah, we've come full circle. We've come full circle to episode 1. Kevin Spacey's back playing a villain.
Oh man, no good. I mean, I guess good for us, content creators. Someone's probably going to looking up Kevin Spacey.
Oh man, I don't know if I've used him for any of the search keywords, but.
Right, yeah, probably best. You have to use dirtbag afterwards immediately, though.
Probably.
You can't just put Kevin Spacey. You just put Kevin Spacey dirtbag, and then you'll get tons of clicks.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me try to comprehend my notes here from when I watched this movie. And it seems I took down nothing about the actual synopsis, but that's okay because I remember it kind of.
I can't do the guessing game this time because you actually did explain to me the plot of Horrible Bosses. So I'm just going to let you go ahead and roll. Because usually we like to play a little game. Can Chris guess what the movie actually is about?
Yeah, no, I think I gave you too much details on this one. But yeah, the quick TLDR version. No, we can't start with the TLDR. The long version is simply this. Jason Bateman plays Nick. Jason Sudeikis plays Kirk. Charlie Day plays Dale. The 3 of them are buddies from high school, and they all have how do I put it? Dreams, I guess. Nick wants to become the senior VP of sales for his company. Charlie Day wants to become a husband, and Jason Sudeikis just loves his job and his boss, and I guess being single. I don't know. They don't really dive deep into his character, but much like the title says, we find out that all 3 of them have horrible bosses, and through a long series of being assaulted, screwed around, or completely taken advantage of, they decide that their bosses are so bad that they should die. And
Okay, so let me do a guessing game here.
Okay,
Of
good.
whose boss is who?
All right,
Because I'm gonna guess that Jamie Foxx is not a boss.
That is correct. Jamie Foxx is not a boss. 1 point on the board.
All right. Let's go. Charlie Day works for Kevin. No, Charlie Day works for Jennifer Aniston.
That is correct.
And then Jason Sudeikis works for Kevin Spacey, and Jason Bateman works for Colin Farrell.
You got 2 out of 4 correct. Your last 2 were mixed up. Jason Bateman works for Spacey, and Sudeikis works for Colin Farrell.
Okay. But Charlie Day working for Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, in a drunken stupor one night, these 3 men decide. Well, actually, I should rephrase that. You know how you are when you drink, right? Sometimes you get wild, crazy ideas. You say silly, off the cuff things. Well, in doing so, one of them makes a comment that they should kill their bosses. And then the next morning, Charlie Day's character comes around to the idea. So, pretty simple outline. I think the real question comes, of course, into the details. Because, I mean, just because you have a bad boss doesn't mean you want to kill. I mean, have you ever had a boss that you've wanted to? Well, maybe we don't talk about that. off the record. No.
Well,
have you had a boss that infuriates you so much that you're willing to at least fantasize about them potentially dying?
I don't think so, and I'm being pretty fairly honest because I'm thinking back to especially pre-Sprouts, being a kid and working for like the Buckle and stuff like that, and no, they were all just kind of if they were jackasses, they were a different type of jackass. Like they weren't like I want them to die jackass. So no, I don't think so. I've at most been like, I could use a different one of you, and if you got fired, I wouldn't shed a tear.
Yes,
that's kind of where I've gone with it. Yeah, if they would lose their job, I wouldn't be like, dang, that sucks.
I agree with you entirely. And it's kind of funny we're doing this movie today. This was not planned, I promise, but my boss actually, her last day was today. And so I will potentially be getting a new horrible boss because she was a great boss.
Oh, could be.
She was amazing. I'm very happy she's going on to greener pastures. Very sad to see her go.
Okay.
Maybe I'll be following suit soon.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes the best thing to do is when leadership changes to get out of there because, you don't, sometimes the regime change isn't always for the best.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot lately.
Or not, actually.
Well,
in other places, they didn't even get to do that. And mission accomplished, kind of.
So going back into this, why would these guys want their bosses dead? Well,
yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, I'll kind of give you how they intro these characters. Kevin Spacey plays David Harkin.
Okay.
Who Jason Bateman's character Nick sums up as a quote unquote total fucking asshole.
I think that's pretty true to life to Kevin Spacey too. If everything alleged is true, most definitely.
Hollywood
didn't have to method act this time.
Yeah, Hollywood was trying to warn us.
Mm-hmm.
We have Charlie Day introduce Jennifer Aniston's character, who's known as Julia. She's a dentist, as a evil, crazy bitch.
That sucks. I mean, again, against type for Jennifer. That's against type.
Yeah.
So she is never the evil, crazy one. She's quirky at most.
Yeah. Yeah. No, she goes to some extreme. This role, I will say, when this movie came out, I was off the Jennifer Aniston bandwagon of being like, man, she's gorgeous. Like she was hot, but she wasn't my favorite in Friends. This movie came out and I went, okay, I get it. Yep. Cool. Back on that wagon.
Detour train real quick. Rankum Friends. This is an impromptu Zaboys Rankum. late season Rachel, number 1.
Okay.
Late season Monica, number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Early season Phoebe, number 3. Early season Rachel, 4. Late season Phoebe, 5. And early season Monica, 6.
That's
early season Monica is awful.
So many to try to remember. Oh, that's you ranking them. Those were your rankings. I thought you were giving us a spot and we were about to rank them, but that's your ranking. Okay.
No, those are my rankings. Those are my rankings right there.
See, I would say, I'd say late season Phoebe, or late series Phoebe and late series Monica are 2 of my top.
Okay. Yeah.
Followed by early season Rachel, or early series Rachel.
Yeah.
And then from there, the other 3, they're all interchangeable.
Kind of interspersed, yeah.
But that Paul Rudd can get it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's the Paul Rudd vampire fox train started with Friends and has just been rolling on. Actually, it started with that Game Boy commercial back in the day, the Game Boy Color.
Yeah,
he's looking the same.
But he was older than us then too, so or maybe he was.
Yeah. Speaking of always looking the same, Jason Sudeikis, who was in this movie, has looked the same for a while.
Oh yeah, Bateman too. Bateman's looked very much the same since he was like 14, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, getting back into Jason Sudeikis, he introduces his character, or his evil, horrible boss, as a dipshit cokehead.
That's Colin Farrell, right?
Yeah, it's Colin Farrell.
Who again? Is that early age Colin Farrell might be a dipshit cokehead, and then now I think he's calmed down a bit. So
they're right on cue with these,
right?
No, but here I guess is where we have to dive a little deeper, because Jason Bateman. Okay, so Kevin Spacey plays the corporate CEO of the company that Bateman works for. And Bateman's one of those guys. He gets to work early. He stays late. He does everything because he's working his ass off to get a promotion. Even misses his grandmother's funeral because his boss tells him he needs him at work.
Okay, yeah.
And as the movie is going on, he thinks he's about to get this big promotion to be the senior VP of sales. Just to find out that Kevin Spacey, who plays Jack Harkin, is Dave Harkin, has taken the title on himself, consumed 80% of the salary, and is tearing down the wall that divides the 2 offices so he can have one big wall. And he openly, constantly taunts Bateman's character, knowing that he won't say or do anything against him.
Oh, that sucks that that's Kevin Spacey, because that is such a baller evil person in a movie like this move, to knock down the wall in between the office that you're absorbing into your own. Like literally absorbing the office.
I think he might be more evil in this one than he is in Superman, honestly.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that's kind of why Jason Bateman's character Nick wants to get his boss dead, is because he feels like he's been overly played time and time again. It's breaking him as a person.
Yeah. I can do that.
Jason Sudeikis, like I said, his character Kurt, he has the least motivation in this movie. Like, sure, yes. So basically what happens is he's like the warehouse, like he's like the second in command of the company he works for. Mm-hmm. I forget what it's called, but his boss basically explains to him that one day he'll be running the company because he's like the son he wish he had. And then he instantly gets into a car wreck because he has a heart attack and dies. So his son takes over the company.
Colin Farrell,
and he just instantly wants to run it into the ground. He wants to get rid of all their safe waste disposal. He wants to start firing people. He basically hires like 2 Taiwanese prostitutes to come work for him as his like assistants. Like it's the idea that he's like one of those, like he's a Nepo baby that is very just like
huge, great, amazing.
I was gonna say, who was that World Series of Poker guy that ended up like Like he won World Series of Poker, and then he just started buying guns and condos and women and cars, and was
Dan Blizarin?
Yeah, think of that, but he's dumpy as fuck looking.
What a pull that was, because I didn't know he won world. Wow, so that's how he got the initial money.
I believe so.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. He's like poster child of I literally just exist on the internet.
Yeah. It was like I think that's how he survives now as an influencer or some shit. But if anybody else, if out there, if you're listening and you know if anything else he's done that made him famous or rich, let us know in the comments, please, because I don't know. And
if you're Dan Blizarin actually and watching this right now, I don't know if I'm supposed to not like you. I think I'm not supposed to like you at all. I think you're kind of like the Andrew Tate guy. So don't hit us up unless you're gonna give us money. And then we can at least talk. The boys are broke.
This is true. And then lastly, why does Charlie Day's character Dale want his boss dead?
Why do you want to kill Jennifer Aniston?
She is sexually assaulting him constantly, to the point that like she locks him in her office and like takes her dental doctor jacket off to reveal that she's naked. She's making passes at him, and when he threatens to blow the whistle, she reveals that she has blackmail photos that make it look like that they slept together to show his wife or his fiance. Mm-hmm. Really, what it is that she knocked him out using the dental gases. And then basically took advantage of him, or it's implied that she's like
graping.
Yeah, you don't see any insertions of any sort, but the idea is that she made the photos to make it look like they're having a wild time and that he's just enjoying it. And yeah.
Oh no! Oh, that technically is kind of like a grape.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that definitely is. That definitely is. Like, that's legit. No good. Consent always.
Yep. Exactly. No consent at all. So yeah, so the plan that they originally come up with is we'll hire a hitman to take out all of our bosses.
A la Jamie Foxx, yeah?
A la Jamie Foxx, who plays Motherfucker Jones.
Oh, boy. Okay. That makes sense. The biggest thing in this movie that makes sense of anything that might not make sense is the fact that Jamie Foxx is playing a character named Motherfucker Jones. The only other person that can play that is Samuel L. Jackson, and that would be two right on the nose. Yeah. So that was perfect.
Yeah. Oh, man. So originally, in order to hunt down this hitman they're looking to hire, Dale, Charlie Day's character, says like he'll take care of it. He'll find somebody. And he goes on to Craigslist. Back when Craigslist was a thing. And he posts an ad, or sorry, he's looking for somebody to do quote unquote wet work under the M for M channel. Yeah. It's by far one of the most ludicrous things in the movie where you're like, that's so messed up, but so funny.
But okay, but again, that makes, I guess that's not a bad plan if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah. Or is that a bad, like, are we okay? So is that a plan we should knock down? Because are we taking it with the idea that we know that how Craigslist works? Okay. Or are we taking it with the idea that we are Charlie Day in this, don't know how Craigslist works, and hey, I'm a man. I'm trying to find a man that is so it's always sunny coated. That's why you said that, right?
Yeah, that's exactly why I said you need to watch this movie, because it is so sunny coated.
That is great. But yeah, so
it's Charlie Day playing Charlie Day, just a little smarter. I think
we take it in the fact that this is the only plan Charlie could make. Because I'm even thinking about this now. Yes, it's just Charlie from It's Always Sunny. Charlie could have made a better plan. This is the best thing he could have done. And it makes the most sense in his logical mind. So I think that's a fair plan.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad plan. Like, because that's where I would have probably started if I were looking for a hitman too, was Craigslist weird forum pages back in the day.
You're definitely gonna meet a guy who can punish you, definitely. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, don't get me wrong. Like, I've tried to use misconnections and whatnot. It doesn't never work for me. And heck, if you've been on Facebook Marketplace lately, I'm pretty sure people are secretly trying to sell prostitution rings there.
Oh yeah. I guarantee it.
Too many photos of hot women next to cars that are way too low priced.
and by the hour.
Yeah. Yeah. $800 for a hot rod that looks like it came straight out of Greece, and there's a petite Asian woman standing next to it, and you're going to tell me that you're going to sell a classic like that for $800? Something seems fishy. Something smells fishy. That joke didn't land. I'm sorry. I forgot. I actually just forgot where we were at. Oh, bad plans. The bad plans. Yes. So they go to meet motherfucker Jones, and he tells them that it's 3 hits, so he'll charge them $10,000 for each hit.
Okay.
And they're like, "Oh, well, can't we get like buy 2 get 1 free type deal?" And he gets angry and he goes, Now it's 20,000 or something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you should get double for the bad joke.
Yeah. So they basically talk about how they don't have that money. So then he comes down to 5,000. Says, "Bring me $5,000 in a briefcase here, whatever night. We'll take care of your problem." So they get their money. They go back. They make a big deal of how it's $5,040 because the briefcase costs $40. And then they give them, they open the briefcase and it's just 1 stack of money. It's nothing impressive.
Oh no, that's not the $5,000. You'd have to really like spread it out in like fives and stuff for it to make it look nice.
Yeah. And that is where it's revealed that Mr. Jones isn't going to do the hits for them. He's going to be their consultant hitman. He's going to tell them how to carry out the hits.
Oh boy, bad plan. Yeah, bad plan. If they agree to this, I'm guessing.
Yeah. They argue at first until he basically says to them, "Why don't you all just kill each other's boss? Because then you have no connection whenever they start to investigate it." So like if Bateman goes to kill his boss, it's like, well, oh, you were his employee. You were mad. You had motive. But if Sudeikis kills, Spacey, well, they didn't know each other. So it was just some kind of weird, whatever.
Yeah. So that needs to be bad plan number 1 that Jamie Foxx came up with, because that's horrendous. That's bad, because you any detective worth their salt is going to immediately put that together when 3 people die, immediately connected to the people that know each other, because they don't just go after the person. Not go after, but they don't just look into a person of interest. They look into the person of interest, friends and relatives and things like that they can connect. And if you're still friends with people you knew from high school, that their bosses also died in at the same amount of time, no good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The other piece of advice he gives them is make it look like an accident.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's really not a bad plan at all, but
it's not a bad plan. I think it's easier said than done, because it's said in like almost every single movie. Make it look like an accident, but
yes. Well, and that's where we get to the lovely farce of movies like that, right? It's like the attempt to make it look like an accident always goes awry, and somehow you end up in a situation where you're in deeper than you expected. I will say, I'll throw this out there. There's a scene in the movie where they run into another friend from high school, and they're talking to him about like how work's going, and he's like, "Oh man, I got fired." And they're like, "Oh, dang, that sucks, dude. Like, what, you looking for another job?" He's like, "Have you seen the job market? It's a joke right now." He's like, "By the way, I could really use some money. So if you guys want, I'll give you a hand job in the bathroom for $40."
This is pre-OnlyFans.
Yes, yeah, this is far before OnlyFans.
Yeah, pre-OnlyFans, because if he was willing to do that for that, he definitely could have started the site and done hand job on himself, or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Made some money.
Yeah.
So that's the gist of the plan that we're given to our main characters: is kill each other's bosses, make it look like an accident.
So do they? So do we have a couple of different? Do they go about it different ways? Like what's Charlie trying to do? Like what are they? How are they trying to do this? Because to me, whenever you hear about real life situations where someone tried to make a death appear like an accident, never really works out. Yeah. Like unless it's like a suicide thing. Mm-hmm. We probably have to bleep that, honestly, but we'll there's a couple of words you can't say, kind of, and whatnot. I think that's one of the words you kind of can't say.
Don't get me started on that. I hate that.
Yeah,
I hate that we live in that society right now. But go on.
So that seems to be like the way that most people get away with it, a la Courtney Love. You get someone to make that appear to look like that. It's very hard to prove, I guess, that they didn't if you do it a certain way. But yeah, I don't know how you make it. I guess stripping down the stairs and all that sorts of stuff. I don't know how. God, this is so incriminating. Because I'm thinking the car, the exhaust thing, right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You might be able to do something with that, where the car exhaust,
cars running, windows open in the garage, mm-hmm.
Right? That thing, or even I think there's certain thing that you can do to where it like comes through the air filter or whatnot. Maybe while they're driving, I don't know. Maybe that's something.
I think that's where you see people put the hose from the tailpipe into the car to help speed up the process or something. I don't know. I've never attempted it, so.
No, yeah. This is weird. We don't know the recipe. Okay.
Yeah.
Just anyone listening.
And if you're having thoughts or ideas of such a thing, call somebody for help. Not to help you, not to assist you, but to assist your mental health is what I mean.
Don't call motherfucker Jones. Don't go on the Craigslist and
call the suicide hotline.
Let's start there with the bad plans. Do not go on Craigslist for a hitman. Any hitman you find on Craigslist is a cop. In fact, any hitman, just if you're thinking,
I think about you probably find a lot of undercover cops doing a lot of stuff on Craigslist.
Oh yeah. Anybody you think is doing anything out there on Craigslist is probably a cop. But specifically, if you are thinking about having someone killed, and you think that you can ask somebody to do that for money through any type of service or any type of online thing or whatever, you are talking to a cop. Hitmen don't exist. Like you can go and find so many interviews with mafiosos and criminal types and whatever. People who kill people for money don't really exist. They did kind of at one point in time in a specific time in history, but even the most famous one was a lunatic, and it's the Iceman, and he's a guy who went and killed more people than he needed to. So they're not a real thing.
That just happened to take money to do the job.
Yeah, and so they're not a real thing. Don't try to do it. Bad plan number one. Trying to find a hitman on Craigslist, just don't do it.
Yeah. I'm not going to say that the advice that motherfucker gives them is worth $5,000 in my opinion. I mean, it's pretty common concepts to think about, but I also say I also want to add this: if you're at a point where you're so upset with somebody that you want to kill them, maybe you should start by just eliminating that person from your life. Like, quit talking to them. Go find your own happiness and let them just do their own thing, because that's not healthy.
So, okay, can we say solution number one to the problem all the way around? They should just quit.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, so even with the job market being as bad as it is, really, they all should have just quit and gone and found different jobs.
Oh, yes, or started a business between themselves.
I did forget there is one little factor in why Charlie Day is so like, I can't do that.
Okay.
Technically, he's on the registered sex offenders list in this movie for urinating in a public park at night.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's like a running joke where they all poke at him about it. You know, everyone keeps making commentary about it. And he's like, it was night. There were no kids around. What? No, I didn't expose myself to anybody.
It's all, I got to look at the writers. If these guys aren't, It's Always Sunny writers, this is amazing. Because It's so funny
Michael
that
Markowitz, John Francis Daly, and Jonathan Goldstein that wrote this.
Okay, we'll do some research on that and see if they have worked at all with Sunny, because that's a perfect, like, any one of those characters in It's Always Sunny could have had that happen to him on that show. All of them, all 5 of them. Like, it could have been Dee would have been hilarious with that happening to her. Like, that would be such a funny character arc for that person to have in that show. Is that of all of them, of Dennis, of Charlie, of Frank, of Mac, that Dee's the one who ends up on the sex offender list. That would be chef's kiss. It's Always Sunny.
Tell you what, some of these writers have some really good credits to their names.
I mean, apparently this movie sounds pretty good. So I mean, it doesn't sound like it was written poorly. It sounds like they purposely wrote the plan to be terrible. But yeah,
exactly. It's a comedy. You know, it's supposed to be. If it doesn't go haywire, then where does the humor come from? But yes, no, I agree with you. The first bad plan is looking for a hitman and wanting to kill somebody. Mm-hmm. Just quit your job and go find something else. You know, like. It was 2011. It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. Yeah. But Obama was still a president.
Yeah.
Like, we weren't doing that bad. We weren't doing that bad.
So the job market was growing, and weird, we didn't have AI filters on resumes yet. So.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Earlier you'd asked how they were going to plan these accidents, right?
Yeah.
So
I think that's where we need to.
Yeah. To figure that out, they do recon. They go and they set up posts outside of each of their bosses' houses, and they just they break in and they kind of go through their stuff to figure things out. And basically, they realize that with what is it, Colin Farrell's character, that he is a huge cokehead. So they realize they could probably just lace his coke.
Okay. Yeah.
With Jennifer Aniston's character, we never really get to see what happens with the recon. It's kind of just burp. And that's because Jason Sudeikis, while doing the recon, realizes that she's just a nympho and goes inside of her house and sleeps with her. Like he implies he's invited because like she goes in and she like undresses in front of the window, and they're like, so you broke in and just screwed her? And he's like, no, I didn't even break in. And then it cuts to a scene where she's opening the front door and leaves it open, and he just kind of like starts walking up, and so basically it's this invitation. Like, she knows she's being watched, she likes being watched, and yeah, her whole thing is she's a nympho. So he swears up and down that he screwed the crazy out of her.
Okay. Very troublesome.
It is.
Bad plan number 2. You should not walk into a stranger's house and have sex with them, consent or not. I think that's a thing that you should probably just not do, because that's a way to get yourself in a situation that you
could be bad.
Yeah, it could be bad, because you're putting yourself out there in an unknown spot with something very personal like sex, and something that can be very volatile like sex. And yeah, I think that's a terrible idea. Never walk into a stranger's house and have consensual or unconsensual sex with them. Like that, at least off the street. Like if you're
get to know someone a little bit first.
Exactly. Yeah. If you're at a bar and you're meeting someone, that's one thing. But
or make sure you've got at least some form of proof that you had consent, because that's a bad situation you can get yourself into. Look, the pizza delivery fantasy is a fantasy for a reason.
Exactly.
And then during the recon at Kevin Spacey's house, they go through, he has a big house. They're going through a lot of stuff, and they are lucky enough to find out that he has a peanut allergy, because he's out for a jog while Charlie Day is keeping watch. So he's sitting in his car playing Angry Birds and eating a peanut butter sandwich. And he throws the bag out the window as Kevin Spacey runs up, and he picks it up and he starts, shit talking him and threatening him. And as he's like intimidating Charlie Day, he goes in, he's like, and he's like, And he's like, "What's wrong, dude? What's wrong?" And he's like, "Peanuts." And he's like, "Oh yeah, this is a peanut butter sandwich, man. Oh, you're having an allergic reaction. Oh god!" And Kevin Spacey falls down. Yeah. And from our other character's point of view, it looks as if though Charlie Day is stabbing him in the middle of the road with a knife, when in fact he's actually hitting him with his EpiPen. So he ultimately ends up saving the character, the guy that he's there to kill his life.
Yeah.
Spoiler alerts for anyone who hasn't seen it. But.
Again, if you're on Mims, it's a spoiler alert. Yeah.
And so, of course, that then puts them all into panic, and they have to figure out now how they're going to go into hiding, because they think that Charlie just stabbed, Kevin Spacey in the chest. And as they're speeding away to figure out what they're going to do, they get pulled over, and luckily they don't get caught. Like, it's one of those things where it's kind of miraculous they don't. And it's also weird that the cop instantly already knows that they're speeding away from a murder scene. So that's probably my biggest plot hole in the movie, where I'm like, huh? What? Like, how did that get found out so quickly?
Wait. So he didn't die, though.
He didn't
die. But the cop think.
No, I'm mixing up another scene. They get away from that scene that scene they get away, and then that's when Charlie reveals that he saved the guy. And he's like, "Wait, what? That's your boss? My bad. I forgot." What ends up happening, this explains how some of these bosses die. What ends up happening is that they stole Colin Farrell's phone from his house when they were doing recon, and accidentally drop it in Kevin Spacey's house.
Ooh, okay.
And Kevin Spacey has this thought that his wife is cheating on him. So when he finds Colin Farrell's phone, he opens it up and he finds his address, and he goes over there to confront him about, "Hey, you're sleeping with my wife." This happens to be at the same time that Jason Bateman's character Nick is outside of Colin Farrell's house, and he's getting ready to sneak in and
do the recon.
Well, no, he's getting ready to dose the coke with rat poison.
Yeah. Okay.
But before he can go in, his boss pulls up, knocks on the door, and when Colin Farrell opens it, he just shoots him dead. Like, shoots him in the chest, he falls down, and he shoots him in the head. That's when they speed away.
That is as reverse American Beauty, as Kevin Spacey is the one who gets capped in American Beauty. So he does the capping in this one. Again, he's a dirtbag, so I don't.
Yeah. So I mean, but now you don't have to worry about making it look like an accident. But that's where he gets pulled over for speeding away from a murder scene. So
okay.
In their panic,
are they blamed for that murder yet?
They're Jason Bateman's character is a suspect of interest, but they don't have any proof on it. But the detectives are looking into him, and in doing so, they go back to Motherfucker Jones to get some help, some advice on, like, what should we do. And he's like, "Nah, my services are done. I gave you all the information." And that's where it's revealed that Motherfucker Jones went to jail and is considered a criminal because he was pirating movies.
Oh my goodness.
Knows nothing about murder like they think.
Okay, so anyone you meet on Craigslist is either a cop or not a hitman or lying to you.
Well, they meet him in a sleazy bar, but...
So he wasn't the Craigslist contact. He wasn't the one who answered it.
The Craigslist contact is played by the man who played the first Mr. Fantastic. I'd never know his name.
Really?
Yeah. Like I said, when you have some adult time, watch this movie. Yeah, he's the one there to do wet work for like $300 or something.
Oh my God, that is so great, Mr. Fantastic.
So, just to kind of wrap this part up, the end of this movie basically consists of, they come up with a new plan now because since they know that Kevin Spacey has murdered one guy, they need him to confess so they can clear their names and make sure that he goes to jail for it.
Right. And if he goes to jail, then they just have to kill Jennifer Aniston. You know,
yeah,
3 people can kill one woman.
And by this point, they're thinking Jennifer Aniston's taken care of because Sudeikis is like, I screwed the horny out of her. I screwed the crazy out of her.
Right. God.
So
he's kind of insufferable. Just a quick side tangent on Jason Sudeikis. I think he's kind of insufferable. I don't really like him.
He played a lot of roles that were that way. I think it wasn't until Ted Lasso came around that we were like, oh, Jason Sudeikis can be a charming person.
Right. And who was was it Olivia? He was dating Olivia Munn, right?
Olivia Wilde. He was married to Olivia Wilde.
And they got divorced. And I think it kind of came out that he might have been kind of a tool. And every time I see him at like a Knicks game or whatever event, he's always at a sporting event, and he's always just doing something. And he just looks like a guy who definitely has been told so many times that he's really funny and really good looking. And just knows it.
Oh, man. Sudeikis, if you're listening, feel free to give us a call. Shoot us a message. Yeah. Let us know that you're a nice guy. Yeah. Let us know if you think you're a tool or if you think you're a really nice guy, and let us be the judges. So the second half of this, or the third act of this movie is them trying to find a way to get Kevin Spacey to confess. And it's a long, drawn-out, weird, cat and mouse plan. But it comes to light. They manage to get him to confess. They get a recording of it. The police arrest him. That's the end of that. And then in the closing credits scene, we find out that Jennifer Aniston actually hasn't stopped hitting on Dale. But he hires their buddy who's given handies for $40 to act as a patient. And he gets blackmail photos on her and then turns everything around on her.
Nice. Okay, good job. So best plan of the movie goes to Charlie Day spending $40 to get rid of his $5,000 problem.
Yep. Oh, and he hires motherfucker Jones to record it, so they have video footage of it too.
So you're getting more of your money worth. Yeah. Well, did he have to pay him again? Did he have to pay?
Yeah, I think he makes some comment about how he's one of the best cinematographers of pirated content in all of LA or something like that. And then it just cuts to Jamie Foxx outside of a window with a video camera and waving at him or something. It's like, what?
So worth the watch.
Definitely worth the watch. Yeah,
definitely worth the watch.
I hadn't seen it in so long. It's like, I forgot how great this movie was, but
we have multiple podcasts with a podcast. So we had to rank him and worth the watch within he's a boy. We didn't have as a Boys to Men, unless you count talking about consent as a Boys to Men.
Well, yeah, we talked about consent and suicide hotlines. So yeah, maybe we're just hitting everything in one today.
Everything and make it make sense. Good times.
So bad plans we were talking about is one, don't go to Craigslist and hire try looking for a hitman.
Yeah.
I think another bad plan is that Charlie Day's character jumps on board with this whole let's kill our bosses thing before he's willing to talk to his fiance about what's going on at work.
Yes. That needs to be a family convo.
Yeah.
Who's his fiance?
It's she was in that show, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. She played Sabrina's friend, the kind of nerdy cute one.
I'm like, I don't. The cat,
not Salem, but
that's the only friend I know she had. I didn't know she had friends.
Yeah, she had Harvey, and then she had the other girl that she hung out with. It was Lindsay Sloan. It was her name.
Lindsay Sloan. Okay, because Melissa Joan Hart always in my head is Clarissa. So I keep thinking of the dude who would come through the window has her friend. I'm like, no, he wouldn't. Wouldn't be. I mean,
was that Joey? Not Joey.
No, that's Blossom.
Thank you. Yeah, that was Blossom.
So talk to her.
Yeah, we have talk to her. We have don't look on Craigslist for hitmen. We have Guys, just quit and find new jobs.
Just quit. Quit and find new jobs. And I guess don't sleep with strangers if you walk by their house and their door's open.
Yeah.
Just don't do that.
Yeah. Don't assume you can screw the crazy out of somebody. That's not how that works.
Okay, I like that all wrapped into one. I actually like that even better. Don't assume. No. Yeah. No. You cannot. That does not work. In fact, that actually sometimes makes it worse.
Mm-hmm.
It sometimes makes it worse, and sometimes it makes you crazy.
Yep.
I think crazy is an STD. Not always.
Not always, no.
But not always. It's one of those ones that, sometimes comes, sometimes doesn't. Depends on maybe if there's a blossoming of the crazy. You might be able to get it then, but the crazy can come that way, because I know I've been in a relationship before where I'm like, yeah, she's wild, but it's fine, we're good. And then
I get a set
a couple of weeks later, you're like, oh my God, what am I doing? I don't know. Where's my brain? But the sex. Oh.
Yeah, the sex was phenomenal. Yeah, take it from someone who's tried to screw the crazy out of many people. It is not possible. And like you said, it ends up making you crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry, my throat is like, hold on. Let me grab some water here.
Oh, this would be a perfect time to have a little message from probably me. Hey, it's Positive Seed. You're probably already listening to my voice, but if you want to hear my voice, James's voice, our buddy Leo's voice, Will Shotwell and others' voices talk about what it's like coming from little Zaboys to big manly men right now, you should join our other show on Acast called Zaboys to Men. Coming out every third Wednesday, we will delve into plenty of topics like work-life balance, exercise, all the sorts of things that us adults are having to really focus on instead of pop culture BS like you're listening to right now. So join us every third Wednesday for Make It Make Sense anywhere you can find Zaboys podcast.
Man, that sounded really good. That was smooth vocal stylings of our own Positive C there.
Yeah.
And now that we're kind of back into this, I got to think, is there anything else any more bad plans from this movie that really need to be rolled on? Comedy gives us a lot to roll on, but they're never great solutions.
No. And I don't think that their individual plans, I think actually their individual plans to kill the bosses, I mean, it's really the best one's the Colin Farrell plan, because that is a way to make it look like an accident. Yeah. I don't think rat poison is the thing. So there's plenty of other drugs you can lace into cocaine to kill a person that's not rat poison, because you what you do is you find something that would be used to cut cocaine anyway.
Yeah.
Boom, you're in there. And so let's add that. Let's say that's not the best plan. We can make the plan better with that one. Yeah. Don't use rat poison. It's 2011. I'm pretty sure you could find fentanyl. I don't know if it was. I mean, it's been around. I think you could probably find it.
Yeah.
Charlie Day works at a dentist's office.
Yeah.
I am sure there is a drug within that dentist's office that they could find to lace in the cocaine that would be more of a, well, this might have just been a bad batch of coke thing instead of
something to stop his heart versus straight up poison in the system.
Is this an arsenic? Isn't that rat poison? Is it cyanide or rat or arsenic? Cyanide.
I think it's a mix of things.
Yeah. And so if you're doing a toxicology report, which they will, because they're going to find drugs at the place where he, died.
Yeah, they're going to autopsy and find poison in his body. And then it's foul play.
Yes, and then immediately you go to employees, and in fact, you probably go to the second in command who got tossed over after the dad died and all that stuff. Boom, yeah. So too many links there. So we'll roll with that one, using an actual drug or chemical instead.
That's another bad plan. They're going after 3 very high profile people.
Yeah,
they're doing their scouting as a group. So even if you could somehow be like, I have no ties to the person that murdered them, they've created so many opportunities where that can be disproven. So it's like that was a bad idea. But
this movie Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Their plan to kill Kevin Spacey was to put peanuts in his shower head so that when he was showering, he'd go into anaphylactic shock and just die in the shower.
That's just, an awful plan.
Yeah.
There's so many other things. Peanut oil exists.
Yeah.
You could slip some peanut oil into his drink. Literally.
Oh, no. They were going to put it in his shampoo. That's what it was. They were going to put
peanut oil in his shampoo.
Yeah, I would say, just go put peanut oil in his shampoo.
Yeah, put peanut oil. Like, oh my God, we should have done this. We should have killed their bosses. The boys should have killed their boss. In fact, if you're out there and you're listening to us and you want to have your boss fictionally killed by Zaboys, hit us up at Zaboys Media LLC at gmail.com. And
he said fictionally. It means we will write out the story of how we did it.
Yes, exactly. We'll write it out, put on there for satire and entertainment use only, for all legal purposes. And yeah, you can, live out your fantasy.
All right. I think we have enough bad plans to roll on here.
Including that last one.
Which one should which one should we start on?
Let's start from the back and just roll for the making the drug, or the drug, right? The drug in the Coke. Was that the last one?
Yeah. Using something better to put in the Coke, or finding a better way to take out Colin Farrell's character.
No rat poison.
Yeah. All right. So not using rat poison, but trying, like a really big, heavy duty sedative and painkiller.
Yeah.
That's an 11. It's passing. I think you still get end up in that situation where the guy dies, but they probably still do an autopsy, find something strange, and start investigating anyone and everyone around him and figuring out how Jason Sudeikis' character could have gotten a hold of heavier duty dental drugs to use as a way to poison his boss.
Yeah.
Finding out he has a friend who works at a dentist office. And I think that all three of them still end up in jail in that situation, even though it's a success. You killed your boss. I think you're all going to jail.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
Yeah. What was the one before that?
Let's see. So going backwards in the plan, that would be screwing the crazy.
Oh yeah. Don't just walk into someone's home and even if you're invited and think you can screw the crazy out of them.
Yeah.
All right. That is a 12.
Okay. You definitely walk in. You definitely. God, you screw the crazy. So that's the thing. Okay, so success is not having sex with the person, or the make it make sense otter has come out to play. Is it that you actually get to have a conversation with the person, because you don't just walk in? Maybe you pull a Murphy's Law and you're talking to her out in the front porch with your hat in your hand. You know what I mean? And you kind of get it like that, and then you go in.
Yeah, I think had he approached that situation differently and just been like, "Hey, I saw you through the window and I saw you opened your door. Let's talk." And maybe they strike up a relationship because they get to know each other, and then he's constantly getting to try to screw the crazy out of her. But ultimately, maybe that distracts her and she stops trying to screw her employee.
Right, because an nymphomaniac is someone who really enjoys sex. So if they're getting it all the time, maybe that but I don't know if there are people who, like a certain former president, Bill Clinton, who said he was a sex addict. And, even though, he was probably, maybe, I don't know about Hillary and Bill's home life, but at least they were probably banging at some point in time and he still wanted it elsewhere. So I think that some people are just not good at that. They're just not good at not having sex with random people.
Yeah. But again, I guess, we're 2011. We weren't talking about kinks and open relationships and stuff as much as we do today. It's become more commonplace. But that could have been the start of that. Maybe, Sudeikis and her talk and they start inviting people in and they're having a good time with each other while being faithful. And he can be like, hey, you stay away from my buddy. I'll take care of you however else you want.
Me and Mr. Fantastic will come in and we'll eye for tallow you. Whatever you want, like we'll do it. But goodness, like just stay away from Charlie.
Yeah. Let's just be open and honest, and about our kinks. Right. I think that takes us to our next one, which was talk to the girlfriend about it.
Yes.
All right. So you talk to your girlfriend, your fiance, whichever, with both, either one. You talk to her about it. You say, hey, my boss is sexually harassing me. She will not cut it out. What should I do, honey? I need to find a new job. I'm on a sex offenders list. That's another 12. Wow.
Ooh, wow. It's so in the middle. Does really she murder your boss?
I mean, I think talking to her makes her aware of the situation. And I don't know if she murdered your boss, but I could see her confronting her and potentially beating the shit out of her. Like, that's one of those things where like your fiance kicks in the office door and just kind of starts pummeling your boss.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you end up fired, but I think at that point it brings enough eyes into the situation that you might end up in a court case, and maybe you end up winning because, well, she has the blackmail photos. Maybe you find the blackmail photos, destroy those.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a hard one with a 12. But I do think there ends up being a cat fight. And potentially
ends up being a cat fight.
Yeah. I think there's some strain on the relationship a little bit for, at least a little bit. There's some strain.
Yeah, there's definitely some strain in the relationship because, I mean, that is something. Oh, no. Baby on board. Woo! Baby on board. Bye, Ollie. Love you. He's cute. Well, we can keep that in. Cut that out. Whatever. Anyway, I think you can get the blackmail pictures from the girlfriend. Maybe that actually comes into play there too. Again, you have Mr. Fantastic who will do things for $40.
Well, no. He does them for $300. Buddy that does things for $40 is their guy from high school.
Oh yeah,
but you still have the guy that does stuff for $40.
$40, yeah. You might as well use him for something. Yeah, I think that's kind of where we're at with that.
Yeah. I think with the 12, you talk to your girlfriend, and she helps you come up with a plan to take care of the blackmail photos
without killing the boss. Yes.
Yeah, and helps put her in her place. I think that's what we get there. What do we have after that? It was don't look for a hitman on Craigslist.
Or is it that? Was there one before that?
I feel like there was one before it, but I'm blanking on it now.
Because we went backwards.
Yeah.
I love it.
We're only bad about writing these down as we come up with them.
Chaos. Okay, so let's start from the front now, because if we are finding a person on Craigslist and that's not good, we found them, Mr. Fucking nasty or whatever. Yeah, fuck
nasty. Fuck nasty. Make a character name too. And what's your name? Oh, fuck nasty.
Oh my god, that's going on the pitch it.
That'd be a good one for the pitch it, actually.
Yeah. So I don't remember the other one, but if we come up with it while we're talking about putting someone has a killer on Craigslist, I think that's definitely a no. We need to roll for that immediately because no. Oh, quit their jobs. It was.
It was quit their jobs. Okay, yeah. So let's go quit their jobs first, because that's the obvious, healthy answer. That's a 15. It's a good success. Yeah. You quit your jobs. You find something else in 3 months, and you're much happier. Maybe you're working for another. What was the terminology used? Total fucking asshole, but. Maybe he's not as bad. Who knows?
Maybe he's not as bad. No. And maybe Charlie, instead of a nymphomaniac boss, has the Brutus boss. Like is an absolute Puritan. That could be something bad for him, or something maybe good. And then what? Jason Sudeikis has a cokehead boss, or is it? Yeah.
He has a cokehead boss.
Maybe he has a stoner boss after that. Kind of disorganized. Maybe a little bit slow on the uptick, but definitely not as bad. And then Jason Bateman doesn't have a sex offender as his boss. at all.
Well, yeah, I get you saying.
Exactly.
I was like, that wasn't his character.
No.
Shots fired at Spacey.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's free. He'll be able to.
And then, of course, our last one. Don't look for your hitman on Craigslist. So the alternative would be to just go and look for your hitman out in the world like they did. But maybe vet your hitman before you hire him, and don't be like, you don't want to find out he's a criminal for pirating movies when you're trying to take killing advice from him.
Okay. Vet your hitman. In fact, vet your hitman before you even talk about killing at all.
Yeah.
Find a better ad. What? No. Okay. No. This is it. Just it's quit the job, but it's just don't hire the hitman. That's it.
Yeah.
Just plain simple. What happens is these three guys just wake up after being drunk and go, "Oh, that was a shit idea," and go out with their lives.
Just for the fun of it, if we eliminate this entire movie plot, what do we get? Yeah. 6. Apparently this movie flops.
Oh man, yeah, they don't. All of them, every single one of them ends up in the worst possible position with their said boss.
Mm-hmm.
Like Charlie Day ends up going to prison because not only is he on the sexual registration list, but he's actually going to get blackmailed into looking like he's done other things to other people. Now he's going directly to prison. Jason Sudeikis is he going to get hooked on coke with his boss? And fucking ruin his life?
That or he gets hooked on Taiwanese hookers.
I mean, that goes hand in hand, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think one goes without the other.
He ends up... or he ends up, getting pushed into one of the vats of waste, and he becomes like a Batman villain somewhere down the line.
That would be fitting for the Penguin, Colin Farrell, and then Kevin Spacey. I don't want to go into, because I'm taking the character away from Kevin Spacey in this one, just thinking as Kevin Spacey as the human being, and let's just
Bateman ends up working himself until he has a brain ulcer and dies right before retirement. That's what happens in that scenario.
Love it. Yeah, at 59.
Brain ulcer, brain hemorrhage.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
We're not medical.
Yeah. Gets a blood clot and he dies. Aneurysm.
There we go.
There we go.
That's going to have to be a tag, because that's a misspelled word a bunch of times. So we'll put that in the tag. You'll be able, if you search aneurysm in your YouTube feeds, you'll be able to find us.
This episode. Well, I think we've made it make sense.
Yeah. We made it better.
Boss.
Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's definitely not worth $5,000 to give motherfucker Jones. It's not worth 400 or 300 to give what's his face, Mr. Fantastic. $40, you get some photos, maybe $100 to motherfucker Jones to get the whatchamacallits, the actual camera. Photos done. Yeah, the video camera. You're good. $150 you can do the blackmail and just quit.
Yeah. That's the easiest solution. That's how you really make it make sense. But that's it. I think that's it for this episode of Make It Make Sense, which, I mean, I've said it too many times in the last 3 minutes. But it's been fun. It's been real. As always, I am James Thorny Thornquist. That is my co-host.
Positive C.
We'll cut that out. Not your name. There you go.
Zinga.
Thank you for listening to Make It Make Sense. Monowea and stay gold.
Pony Boy.
Thank you for listening to Make It Make Sense, a Zaboys podcast. If you like what you're hearing, follow along with us and add us to your little list or whatever on Spotify or wherever you're listening. If you'd like to hear some of our previous stuff, you can always check us out on YouTube at Zaboys Media Network for some of our past work, or by searching on Spotify for The Locals Connection with a Z. That's The Locals Connection. Thank you again for listening. Monowea and stay gold, Pony Boy.